You've got some nerve, having a death on company time. My mother died a couple of weeks ago. As her durable power of attorney, it was my responsibility to fly out, meet with her medical team, make end-of-life decisions, and make all funeral arrangements, close bank accounts, etc. This all happened suddenly, and Mom had the temerity to take her downward turn while I was at work. My boss required me to formally apply for a leave of absence. LOA. Because otherwise, this will affect your attendance. So while dealing with all of my mother's stuff and trying to help my sister through this, I am now also trying to navigate the evils of HR and the LOA team. They want an 8-page document from her doctor with details of my mom's medical conditions. I don't even remember the name of the hospital she was at. I spoke with 5 different doctors and social workers. The death certificates haven't been issued. The LOA people are probably going to deny my leave for failing to magically produce paperwork I don't have. Let's not even get into what a HIPAA violation this is. My boss graciously says she will still allow me 24 hours, 2 days of bereavement leave, but anything after that and I use PTO, and I'll be down for unplanned absences from work. She also said she feels like I have a bad attitude and don't respect her. And somewhere in all of this mess, I lost my mom. Sorry for your loss. Tell your boss I don't respect her either. Let them fire you so you can collect unemployment. But in the meantime, save all documents and conversations and contact a lawyer anytime they want to talk to you about giving you leave. Tell them they have to wait until your lawyer is present. I bet they'll change their tune. Edit. Spelling. Tell your boss a random Redditor from Antiwork told her to suck his fat cockles. Respect is earned, and it doesn't seem like she's done anything to deserve it. 1. I am so sorry for your loss. 2. Do not provide them that paperwork. The only thing they need is a death certificate when it is issued. 3. FMLA, if in U.S. Family Medical Leave Act. This protects your job in events like this. 4. If you can, leave this company. I worked for one that pulled this crap and it cost them in the long run. 5. Contact Labor Board and BBB. They have no right to her medical records. 6. Please consider getting a lawyer. You have just suffered a loss. That is already hard enough. If you can, consider finding other employment. I know that can sometimes be hard, which is why I recommend the above. I hope you have plenty of time to heal and handle things. Again, I am so sorry that these people are being this way. Find a new job. One that's an upgrade. Make sure you have it lined up. Outline your story in the most bitter, heartbreaking and genuinely unpleasant to read manner as possible and send it to literally everyone in the company, CEO included. And make sure to clearly outline the names of HR and your boss. Leave for better job while the shitstorm unfolds with zero notice. Do not hesitate. Show no mercy. People. It's not a HIPAA violation to share your medical information or for other to ask for it. It's a violation for medical professionals to disclose your information without your consent. But your employer is still being a heartless asshole, and they should be publicly shamed for this disgusting behavior. I'd see if the company head or the VP would be interested in having their treatment of employees made really public. Drop the name of your employer. The opposite exists too. Keep in mind that I was just a middle manager at 1 out of the 10 sites we had at this time. When my mom died, I sent a message directly to the HR director at my 1,500 employee company. Even though I'd never met him or spoken to him, I flew back home the next morning. On their dime. I didn't ask for it, they just started booking flights for me and my wife and my 3 kids. And after 2 weeks they asked when I was coming back. As I was the executor and had complex stuff to deal with, I asked if I could have another week. They said, yes. They even sent a huge basket of flowers for the funeral, having found the date and location themselves. I have nothing but respect and love for that company and the people who run it. I've since moved elsewhere but will always have fond memories of the time I spent there. Tell your boss that you can't even begin to describe how disrespected you feel to be hounded for paperwork while you are grieving the loss of your mother. Tell her the amount of time you expect to be out for and you can be contacted by email. Say how often, when you will check it. For urgent matters. Once you have everything straightened out, you can provide them with whatever paperwork, possibly including a note from your own doctor stating that you needed that time off as you are in a state of high stress and grief. You can also speak with her doctor and let it be known to them that you aren't comfortable sharing this level of personal information with your employer. They should not need anything like that. I am very sorry for your loss. Heartbreak. I worked in hospitals for 10+ years. And we got a lot of requests from workplaces for information regarding an employee or the family member of an employee needing care. They would be these 6 to 12-page documents asking things like, how long can they sit? How long can they stand? How many pounds can they lift? All crap that's none of their business. And yes, HIPAA if the hospital were to fill that out. All doctors have dealt with this kind of paperwork and they're all pretty much tired of that crap. We started encouraging patient family members to write a letter for us. And the provider, doctor, nurse practitioner, would sign it. I only ever had to make a few edits, and generally it was spelling or address. After a while, I actually enjoyed writing a snarky, snotty letter. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this. Doctor name, facility name, address, office phone number. Dear workplace supervisor, IAmHerdingCatz's mother has passed away after a long and difficult illness. The patient was unable to make medical decisions. Therefore, IAmHerdingCatz was the durable power of attorney, and obviously needed to be present for all the meetings and medical decisions the patient's care entailed. I can't imagine what paperwork your company hopes to gain from our facility. But please utilize this letter as proof that IAmHerdingCatz was present for medical decision-making for mother, and that their in-person presence was necessary. You will receive no other paperwork from our facility as you are not a medical practice and there would be no need for you to review her records. I welcome you to contact my office for verification that I signed this letter. However, do not contact us for any further information as it will be a waste of your time and mine. Dr. So-and-so, signature. I have written several letters similar, and the doctors always loved it. What I would do with this is call up the hospital or any contact you have for them. The operator should be able to direct you to a secretary for any one of the 5 physicians that cared for your mother. Ask them if they'd be willing to review and sign a letter if you faxed it in. At the very least they can write something far more generic like, Person X was present for mother's care on dates AD, or whatever. They will know what to do. Lots of people have been in your situation. Unfortunately, heartbreak. Best of luck to you. And again, very sorry for your loss. Seems like a good time to quit, given the current number of job openings. At least if you're in the US. Do not pick up the phone. Make them put everything in writing. Let them hang themselves with their own rope. You need to quit this job. Sometimes things can't be fixed, and this level of disrespect is not something I could see coming. Back from. Incidentally and slightly unrelated, HIPAA laws exist exclusively for the relationship between you and your physicians. They have nothing to do with an employer asking you for medical information. I am so sorry for your loss. It seems like some companies have sucked all the humanity out of their employees. I hope you are able to leave this place for a better opportunity soon. I am so sorry for your loss and your shitty workplace that makes it worse. I lost both my parents in 2020. Both diagnosed within passed from cancer between February and July. I couldn't afford to take FMLA and told my boss I would work remotely the best I could while helping take care of them. My boss told me to focus on my family and to log in every day, and no matter how much I worked to put down, I worked a full day. And that is how it should be. I could have left my job for more money in the last couple years, but having a workplace that understands work-life balance has been worth more than the dollar so far. My mother passed away in January. The office had the nerve to call me during the funeral and ask me to work from home. I feel you and my condolences. Fuck them. My shift supervisor lost his mom. He was gone for a month. I told HR that I approved it. End of story. It took him 3 weeks just to get the death certificate because everything is back up. I have no respect for your boss. Maybe think about the company next time before you have a death in the family. This really isn't a good time for us for you to have this family emergency. Dear manager, you seem to be emphasizing my importance for the company. I understand that. However, you seem to be focusing solely on my short-term availability rather than long-term commitment on the corporate goals. Could you elaborate how I could best navigate between these two? This way you'll force them to create transparency whether you should leave or not.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. IAmHerdingCatz is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.